Can I not? Oop, hello? Okay, there we go. Control. Hello? Why does my control stick not work? Oh, right, I had to stop singing. There we go. Hi, Kiwi, and welcome back to a new episode of Hades 2, where I figure out how basic button prompts allow me to play the game better. Note to self, the daughter of the god of the dead shall clear any 3 forget-me-nots after acquiring resources being tracked, plus 25 grasp. Excellent. Alrighty, so we are going to once again head to the overworld and hopefully have better success than the last run. I always find it amusing after I finish recording an episode, I try to think of a title for the episode so I can have the file name reflect that title earlier on than later. So I don't have to think about it in the spot if there's been a bit of a delay between editing and recording.
The rank and file of the crossroads swell with shades who once were lost, but now have joined in our Princess Melinoe's most righteous cause.
Welcome to the ranks of the unseen.
And not every title makes it to the final product, but I'd like to hope that the one I just came up with will see its way to the final product at being a hot and spicy overworld salad for the last episode. Anyway, today we are going to be taking the Aspect of Pan. The way Aspect of Pan works is we drop our cast, we charge up our special, and then any enemies standing in our special will have our specials home in on them. So normally our Omega special kind of goes out in a fan-like projectile form like this, but that allows us to get every hit onto enemies. So this works really well with fixed damage builds like Poseidon's special, for example, and that is what we're going to be building around. There is a way to change up the playstyle of this build that I'm hopefully going to see with a hammer, but
my connection with the night.
I'm not going to spoil what that is unless we get it. Now, what of these are we going to take? Definitely one level of Menace, and what's easy to take here? Not Hubris, not Void. Actually, no, I don't think we want that. Time, I don't think I DPS fast enough to really matter. I guess I'll stick to Menace for now, as scary as that can be.
By will of night.
It's definitely one of the easiest overall to take, even in the overworld, I would argue. And we only need to beat... We only need to beat Polyphemus for our testament. Obviously, I would like the run to go a lot further than that, but we'll see how it goes.
Oh, hello there, Ares. Welcome to the team.
I was beginning to think this one would never show his face. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
A fellow student of death, to have confronted monstrous Typhon with such zeal. My kin insisted that I act upon the violence spiraling out of control, and I do wish to see your prowess, so here, a first of many contributions to the cause.
So Ares right now is probably one of the weaker gods, honestly. He kind of does not feel good to get in most instances. His base damage is horrendous, 20% and 40% at rare tier for the special. Awful, very weak. Compared to other options from other gods. Wounds itself is kind of underwhelming too. Your strike has plus 50 power when inflicting this every 3 seconds. So if you have a very burst focused, like single hit build, maybe with like the axe, maybe that'll work, but it's only every 3 seconds. So it really doesn't feel incredible. But he does have some silly builds behind him, and we'll play with him a little bit. I think I'll just take his cast because I really don't want anything else from him. And I really hope we don't see him for the rest of them, if I'm being honest. All right, I need to remember that I am not playing a projectile-based weapon until I am. But right now, our base special on its own does very little damage, and I'm not going to be depending on it entirely outside of the X attack. Our Vivid Sea didn't rank up, but it looked like it kind of thought about it. I'm not sure what just happened there. Anyway, here's our Poseidon room. We're going to hopefully get his special, and a decent rarity on the special too would be ideal. Just barely didn't get hit by that move, or by that projectile there. So there is a hammer that I'm hopefully going to see on this run that will really kind of change up how we play. Instead of just depending on cast and special, I'm going to depend on attack, cast, and special, but we'll see how it plays out.
Ask any god upon Olympus whether we think you ought to join in our defense here, or take the fight to Kronos in your father's realm, and you'll get a range of views. A range of highly civil views, which we don't fight about at all.
Poseidon, your sarcasm is scathing, and as predicted, he did not offer us the special that we need, so we are absolutely going to have to reroll here.
Let's do it.
And we don't get it again, so I guess we'll take Ocean Swell. Omega moves launch a wave ahead that knocks foes away, does an extra 5, costs an extra 5 magic. I really don't want it, so I'm going to just take Ocean Swell and hold on to my Rarefy effect, hoping that Poseidon shows up again in Ephyra.
The city of Ephyra, which once stood in solemn tribute to the fear-inducing underworld king and queen, now barely stands at all.
Yet it stands in my way.
Well said, Mel. Anyway, so we're going to hopefully see some more
Here's
Poseidon.
main square.
I probably take other gods first so that I can fill in spots and guarantee the special. Let's see what we have. We have Hephaestus, we have Zeus. Zeus would be really good. Zeus is actually really good for this build. I could definitely play around him a bit. There's a hammer, there's a story room, there's Ares, there's another Poseidon. I think out of all of these, I'm really not going to be going into a magic build. Starting off, I think because we are going to be at risk of going into melee distance for the build I hope for, I will definitely take Hephaestus. Zeus, Poseidon, Hephaestus sounds great. Let's go for the hammer first, because no matter what, the hammer will help me make decisions around how I'm going to play for the rest of the run. If we get the build I want early, great. If we don't, it's not the end of the world. We still have another hammer potentially allotted to us later on in the run. It would just be cooler if we could get it right away, you know? Ocean Swell actually does, or not Ocean Swell, I'm forgetting the name of the boon we actually got from Poseidon. Geyser Spout, there we go. No, okay, you know what, it is Ocean Swell. I'm getting Geyser Spout and Ocean Swell mixed up. Of the two, this does help us early on, but it will fall off hard later on. Hidden Knives, your special deals 20% damage and your Omega Special fires +3 shots. Awesome. Your specials have +15 power and deal damage in a wider area. Your attacks deal 150% more damage striking from behind. We're going to take Hidden Knives because obviously that scales really well with our build. An extra 3 shots plus 20% more damage. Great. Absolutely love it. It's a very good hammer for this build, so I'm not going to complain about that at all. But it is not Trick Knives, the hammer that I am honestly looking forward to getting the most, which lets us through 3 specials per dash attack, makes us combo our dash and special into each other very quickly, and can be extremely powerful in the right hands, or even the wrong hands, frankly. It's one of the best builds on any hand run, I would say, or frankly any Sister Blades run in general. It's one of the best hammers on the Sister Blades, I would argue. Was there anything in this room that I needed? I don't think so. I already got everything. Okay, so because that is our hammer, we're very special focused right now, so I definitely want to prioritize getting Poseidon special. But let's take some other gods first to lock out boon slots. We'll take Medea's room, yeah, let's take Medea's room. She's fun. Kiwi, I think her design alone will make you like her, but her personality is definitely up there too.
The dark.
Hello there, Medea.
Hail, sorceress. Welcome to Ephira. Suffering spreads every which way you cast your gaze, and on a night most foul. Simply appalling, no?
Indeed, Lady Medea. Unfortunately, I can only appreciate the suffering for so long as Olympus calls. Though, how fares your research?
Okay, so I recognize what they are, but my mouse cursor doesn't show up here. No, okay. So up and to the right of Medea, there are 3 blades on, I think, a piece of cloth behind her. I misinterpreted that as a piece of bread with like the little grooves cut into them. We know where my interests lie, don't we, Kiwi?
Oh, I've been dying to show you. The air here's absolutely poisonous. The conditions, utterly atrocious. Observe what I have wrought.
She's having a great time. All right, let's see. Enfeeblement and Coward, foes' range shots are 40% slower. Gain 5 max magic after each encounter. After a foe is slain, 20% chance for it to drop 10 HP per location. Honestly, this is going to keep us alive. The magic is tempting, but we don't burn through magic too fast just yet, and max magic isn't that important for this build then. So Light from the Dead sounds good. We'll take that.
They shall feel.
Objectively speaking, maybe the other option was better, considering
Violence.
I'm not going to really reliably be able to, like 10 HP is a drop in the bucket for how much things hurt us later on in the run.
That's fish.
I believe in you.
Thank you. All right, a 1, a 2, a 3.
It's a bite.
That was pretty slow.
It's a ribeye.
We're going to get every fish in this game for sure. The Acheron provides. Oh, right. In the last episode, I was going to make a joke about Acheron, because Kiwi and I very much have a distinct memory of a character named Acheron, or Acheron, from Fire Emblem 3 Houses, who was just the dorkiest looking hair and mustache fellow. I think his hair looked like an upside down book, if I recall. All right, save Poseidon. Let's go get Zeus. Because Zeus can be good on attack or special for this build, assuming I'm building into Trick Knives. If I'm focusing on just special, I really do want Poseidon on the special alone. Honestly, I think I prefer getting Zeus on the attack with that in mind. Zeus on the attack will really benefit the run. So here's where he shows up and only gives us his... inevitably only gives us his... what's it called? His special. which still isn't bad per se, but generally when you want a blitz focused build, you want your blitz to go on the boon that you're not focusing your damage on. So we're going to be a special focus build. We want it to not be on the special, but we take what we get and we can't get upset here. It's Zeus after all.
Whenever you should bravely face Typhon again, I shall subdue him with my lightning bolt as soon as possible. But I cannot risk leaving my palace here for long. I'm only able to at all when you distract him first.
Fair enough. All right, let's see. So we did get his attack. It's the lowest rarity, but it is what we want. Static Shock could work for this build too, but it's not our priority, and losing that much magic basically locks us out of being able to attack. So maybe we, honestly, I think the Medea Curse that gave us max magic might have been the best option in hindsight. Oh well. Heaven Strike it is. Our attacks now inflict Blitz. After 4 seconds, enemies take 80 damage, or if I deal 120 damage, they instantly take 80 damage. It sounds weak on paper, and it is kind of weak on paper right now, but it will scale extremely well if we get Trick Knives, and if we don't, it's still not the end of the world, because Blitz is always good damage because it's giving us origination. Alright, so we got the attack locked in. That's one less thing that Zeus can offer us, or sorry, that Poseidon can offer us. Hephaestus, I don't want his magic regen, I don't want his sprint, and I don't want his special. So I think we'll go for Poseidon next. I can still take 2 more rooms. I really wish I had the bats to see around here. I guess I take the Ares boon? I don't really like his magic regen. Honestly, all around Ares just feels kind of weak. I guess I'm gonna go for Poseidon here and hope for his special. We'll do this now. I still have 1 reroll left, so we'll probably depend on that for now and see where things play out. Pretty solid damage right now. We did get the HP drop from the Medea Curse, which is great. We'll see if we even need it. Yeah, I definitely should have gone max magic. Oh well, lesson learned.
Hear me on my authority.
Alright, and once again, Poseidon does not offer us our special. We'll re-roll 1 more time and pray to the gods that they are actually good to us. Although a epic tier flood gain is not bad for us. That's tempting. That's actually really tempting. We need the DPS. I'm rolling. And we just got a worse flood gain. Or C-Star. Honestly, C-Star's funny. We're taking it. 30% to double up on non-boons or hammers. Whatever. Poseidon is just like, I heard how you want to play this game, and I am just gonna say no. Say no to fun, because I'm Poseidon, and I'm not here to have fun. I'm bitter. I'm so bitter about this. Alright, we got our moss, so we'll have bird cages for the next run at least. Or bat cages, rather. Anyway, so Kiwi, as far as the topic of the day, because I'm still recording in front of a live studio, Kiwi has requested the topic of today's episode be potato chips. Why? Because it was the first thing that popped into her brain, and when I asked her what does she want me to talk about today. So here I am about to start talking about potato chips. So I, as a kid, ate a lot of potato chips. As a kid, my family had a Sunday routine where every Sunday we would have bagels. And bagels would be a combination of smoked salmon and then what else? And cream cheese, of course. And then our potato chips of whatever flavor we're in the mood for. My family was generally not a big practitioner of the standard just oil and salt flavored potato chips. They often favored the more flavored ones. Of course, the classic sour cream and onion. And for me, garlic and onion. Garlic and onion is hands down my favorite flavor of potato chips. I do have a fond spot for barbecue, especially like the super mesquite crunchy ones that are like, I don't know what makes them special, but the ones that are really I guess they're thicker and crunchier, harder to chew. I think growing up I just developed a taste for things that were difficult to chew, like ice cubes and plastic. I wish I was kidding, Kiwi. I wish I was kidding about that. I mean, I'm kind of kidding with the way I described it, but at the same time, am I really making this am I really kidding that hard? Anyway, I definitely have I love to chew on straws. And never mind. So
I heard the latest, Witchy, that you're ready for our mountain tippy top. Just don't expect warm welcomes when you get here, as we are a bit preoccupied right now.
The way they write Hephaestus just makes me laugh. The tippy top. Alright, tough gain, no. Molten attack, more damage to armor. That could be really good for us because we don't do a lot of damage to armor, or deal more damage based on armor we have. I think I'll take Molten Touch to start because more damage to armor will help us, especially early game until we get our special boon, which we may or may not ever see at this rate, knowing how these runs tend to go when I have a specific build in mind and then the gods are just not cooperating whatsoever. Plus on the next floor I'm going to force Zeus, so there's even less chance that Poseidon's going to show up again. At the very least, we have our 4 gods locked in. We have Ares, Poseidon, Zeus, and Hephaestus, yeah. So I wonder if I should have taken the max magic, honestly, because I want to take that Zeus boon that like pretty heavily commits our max magic. Yeah, I probably should have doubled up on the magic, but I think more boons honestly help us more right now than max magic does, so I'm gonna risk it. You know, in hindsight, I don't have a way of magic regenning it, so I may have to take Ares magic regen, which is objectively terrible without stacking a whole lot of Ares, so I really hope that is not the case, but we'll see. I'm not... Oh my goodness. Oh, it's a good thing I didn't take the armor from Hephaestus there, I suppose. Things in the overworld hit so hard, man. So hard. All right. Oh, I should have gifted him. Oops. All right, let's see. Your Omega cast creates a blade rift in the binding circle. Striking foes with your weapon may spill blood at a 10% chance to restore 15 magic. And this is why it is bad. It's a 10% chance to gain 15 magic. Granted, with a weapon like what we have, we do generate a lot of hits very quickly, but it's terrible. It's so little chance of gaining a very lackluster amount of magic. Like, compare this to Hestia's, which is a guaranteed 4 magic. Yeah, it's low, but every time you land a hit with an attack or special, it's just awful, in my opinion. I guess I'll take Mutual Destruction. Gain a chance to deal 200% damage that increases the less magic or the less HP you have remaining. 0.1% per missing life point. We're gonna have to gain as much HP as we can to even make use of that. But like, Ares just fundamentally falls short in this game compared to a lot of the other gods. Objectively, I think he's the worst god in the game, which is really sad because he was so fun to play.
I'll show myself out.
A bunch of builds centered around him in the in Hades 1. But like, I want to see him show up even less than Poseidon on runs. Okay, speaking of Poseidon showing up though, we definitely take his boon first, because if we get special, we can stack some levels on it.
Some dusty path from the necropolis exhibits much of the decay within, yet provides comfort of a sort to all the many simple shades nearby, with nowhere left to go.
Okay, Uncle Popo, please. Please.
Whatever gold you paid ought to be at the bottom of the sea. Who does that Kronos think he is, showering mortals with shiny metals?
And we finally got it. It's the lowest tier, and I used my rarity up on Sea-Star because I had a feeling he wasn't going to show up again, but we'll take it. It's still 25 damage times like 8 hits, I want to say, so it's a pretty solid, very quick DPS plus 1 palm, and now it's doing 30 damage, which is still maybe less than I would call ideal, but good enough.
I've run into Lord Hermes at the summit of Olympus, making preparations against Typhon with the rest. Have you been able to cross paths with him? So not for very long.
Well, that makes sense. Hermes is usually in a bit of a rush to go from one place to the other. All right, let's see how well this does against Polyphemus.
Good. Hairs on the back of my neck all standing up, and not because of you. Or maybe it is, but it's like I got a mark on me. Not had this feeling in a while.
Nothing personal, Cyclops. But the Testament of Night requires your defeat. You needn't concern yourself with the inner workings of it, so how about we just fight?
Testament of what? I didn't get a damn word you said at the beginning there, but you got me on board and just fight.
All right, here we go. It's cute that they have custom dialogue for when the Testament of Night does have you building or fighting against them. Look at all that damage we dealt. Like, we don't have magic to make this work. Admittedly, I don't think... Oh, he was. Thank goodness. I didn't think he was in the cast circle there. So, oh my goodness, yeah. Things hit so hard. That was my fault, though. That was avoidable. That was entirely avoidable. I'm going to try and take out his friends with standard DPS so that I have the damage options of my special. And the thing is, like, it's not just a mega special. Like, I can just spam regular special, and as at a safe distance, I can reliably DPS. It's not a lot of damage. Thankfully, we do have Medea's Curse giving us a little bit of HP back there. It looks like as long as I don't hit him, he can't hear me doing anything. I wasn't sure if I could DPS his friends safely there. All right, let's give him... Oh, that's unfortunate. Come a little closer. That was definitely a waste, and I did not need to take that hit. That was a misplay. I think we're still fine. I wasted my Omega special horribly during this fight. Oh well. We've almost got him. What we really need is we need Poseidon's Curse to apply Froth. Once we get Froth going, that'll do a lot of extra damage for us. Darn it, I didn't mean to hit him there. I just bail out. Without Vow of Rivals on, it's pretty easy to evade that. I think our attack does more damage overall. I just have to be careful of his AoE slams around him, because those do a lot of damage. And honestly, I have no excuse. I should just play safe. Attack him with the attack, bail out with the cast, and then spam special. Like, I don't need to be close to him, I can just do this. Not playing safe on the last run cost us the win. But there we go, Cyclops vanquished. Play lane, win game, right, Kiwi?
Fear of the realm spreads.
And another testament acquired. Like, I would ideally love to just kind of level up a weapon and see its full power immediately, but I promised myself I wouldn't do that on this playthrough. I'm going to level them up one per run. One level per run, because it's just... It can make you spiral out of control too quickly, and I want to play with some difficulty. We'll get so strong in the late game with consistent, like, with consistent upgrades that I think it's more than fair to take it slow here and really enjoy the game and its early game difficulty. Like, I just have to accept the reality that I'm not going to win every run that I take, and that is totally fine, honestly. It is a reasonable expectation, because even if you don't win, you do get meta progression, you get story progression, you get character development. It's fine. It's so good. Like, that's one of the best things about Supergiant games.
Connected to the main fleet.
They are very much a, whether you win or lose, you still benefit.
Here you go.
Obviously, you want the win. It feels good to win, but you still get something even if you lose, and that's something that I genuinely respect about their game development philosophy. Don't worry, we'll get kitty treats soon, I promise, Tula. Anyway, so back on the topic of potato chips. So, what other flavors of potato chips do I enjoy? So, like I said, garlic and onion is hands down. I almost ran straight into that explosive barrel. That would have been bad. Hands down, garlic and onion is my favorite flavor. Sour cream and onion strong, and barbecue is pretty classic too. And the thing about every flavor of chip is I rarely eat them on their own unless they're put out like a party favor. I don't really buy them either. I'll eat unless we have a plan for sandwiches. Like I said, the family Sunday special was always cream cheese bagel, lox, and chips. And I would put the chips on the bagel with everything else because that is how I usually eat chips, on a sandwich.
In the name of Hades.
I love crunch. Let's see, double strike, honestly, verifying that is not bad here. Yeah, I think I'll take double strike. I'll rarefy that. That's a really strong boon. 15% chance of our lightning bolts hitting twice with blitz. That's really strong. And we've got iron, which with our forget-me-not should bump us up to 4. I think that lets us either buy a weapon or do another incantation. I'm not sure which one I'll choose. Probably incantation, because I'll forget the thought of needing this for weapons, honestly. That's a sad reality of it all. Anyway, so yeah, I just like, there's something really enjoyable about a sandwich that is largely soft and chewy with a nice layer of crunch in the center. I'm trying to think of other comparisons where I would enjoy that kind of tactile. Oh my goodness, look at that. Look at those blades spin. That was a little crazy. That is the one thing where Pan kind of gets a little bit broken, and that is when you get the perfect angle where your blades just spin in place around enemies, and it's always a little frustrating to watch all of your DPS completely miss an enemy and just create an impossible area of do not go here unless you want to die. If enemies walk into it, they get melted, but it's really annoying that the enemy you're targeting does not. Unless they decide to move. In case, if they do decide to move, they get melted, of course. Anyway, so yeah, I love sandwiches with something crunchy on them. It can be a pickle, it could be a chip, and anything is great. And certainly sour cream and onion or onion and garlic are the go-tos for that, but I will never complain about a barbecue flavor. It's just not always the one I'm in the mood for, and it's not one Kiwi particularly likes. Kiwi's favorite flavor is, of course, sour cream and onion. She and I have very similar flavors. I'm honestly a little disappointed that she doesn't love the garlic and onion one that I like in the same way, but hey, it's fine. We can have different tastes, can't we? Oh my goodness, this is a lot of things. Gotta try and kill this guy because he's projectile based. Actually, they're all projectile based. Gotta play a little safe here. Blitz killing things. I think we're good. As long as I hit these guys, they should be kind of hit stunned into submission. You barely survived there, sir. There we go. All right, had to play that kind of safe, but also by playing it safe, I was overly aggressive. I'm not sure. Anyway, so yeah, it's fine though. Like, we can have different tastes for foods, and that's fine. There are a lot of foods that I like more than Kiwi, and I wouldn't say there are things that Kiwi likes. Well, there are things obviously that Kiwi likes more than me, but when it comes to being picky or being willing to eat literally anything under the sun, including probably things that shouldn't be considered edible, I am definitely a little bit more flexible with my tastes. Maybe to the detriment of myself and Kiwi's concern for my well-being. Pineapple? Oh, actually, that is true. Pineapple is probably the one food that Kiwi can objectively eat better than I can. I love pineapple, don't get me wrong, but pineapple eats my tongue, and if I look in the mirror, I actually like start getting holes in my tongue. Whoever could it be?
Barley, sheet of ice, moonlight feather, fur of mice,
Eat a tongue and lick some lice.
evening dew, iris flowers, but a few.
Smell a tree and lick a stick.
Think afar, seal the contents in a jar.
So mote it be.
Is that who I think it is?
Kiwi, when we find Cersei in the future episodes, I just have to I'm gonna just start ad-libbing, assuming, actually no, the timer pauses, so I don't even have to worry about Valve time. I'm just gonna start ad-libbing rhymes and see what nonsense my brain comes up with. Also, if you've not noticed, in the Odyssey, Cersei turns a bunch of what's his face? Not Olympus, what's his name? Oh my goodness, Odysseus, there we go, Odysseus, the other guy who starts with O in Greek mythology. A bunch of his men into pigs. Please appreciate that this guy has silly eyes, and if we can turn him around, can you please turn around? Just turn around, pig. There we go. He has a little anchor tattoo on his butt. This is obviously a sailor, and I appreciate the little attention to detail. I bet these are all people, but nonetheless.
Oh, well, isn't this marvelous? How you've grown, little miss. Do you remember Cersei the Enchantress still? Huh? Oh, no matter. Not the circumstances for small talk. Show me your palms.
Cersei, of course I could never forget you. You have an incredibly powerful aspect, now give it to me. I want your weapon, please. That will give us a free win once we level it up a bunch, I guess, but still it's a very strong weapon. It's such a strong weapon aspect of Cersei on the staff.
Of course I remember you, Madam Cersei. So this is your famous island. Such a relief to be here rather than another drowned ship. I take it we're not meeting by chance?
Wise to our ways as ever. Our Lady Hecate and I decided I had best relocate for a while and survey events as near the mountain of the gods as possible. Then tonight within my crystals, I saw you. Now, how may we make you better?
Make me big. Make me big. Make me Big Mel. Word of greater girth. Grow in size so you have 15% more HP and deal 15% more damage with your weapon. Alternatively, shrink in size. World of smaller stature. Shrink in size so you move 10% faster and gain 10% chance to dodge. Or draw 2 of your active arcana and upgrade them tonight. I think of them... This increases my hitbox, which makes it a little bit dicier, but more HP, more damage always sounds better. 10% dodge chance is awesome until you don't get the dodge like in the last run.
How you've grown.
That gave us a whole 7 HP. Heck yeah.
Here, fishy.
Yeah, fishy, fishy.
Waters teem with life.
What I really appreciate about these boons is that when you change your size, they do pitch shift Mel's voice a little bit.
Be well, madam.
You too.
And I also appreciate that some bosses make comments on it. Anyway, alright, so
Farewell, madam.
yeah, my favorite way to enjoy a potato chip is on a sandwich, hands down. Salt and vinegar is okay. It was a weird flavor. Like, before I tried it, I'm like, this sounds unappealing to me. Having actually tried it, I can understand. It's a combination of salt and acidity, which is a pretty decent pretty decent flavor profile, admittedly.
Breaking through.
I would probably rank them below standard potato chips, because the thing about potato chips as a whole is that they're so salty that they eventually kind of start to hurt to eat by kind of drying out my mouth, and in worst case scenario, making it so like in a similar vein to pineapple, which tears holes into my tongue, too much salt can like damage my lips or my mouth. Here's Poseidon. I think we go Poseidon here because we want to get his Froth Curse on the special, and he does have a tier 2 boon that lets us do that. Right now we are definitely lacking in terms of damage, unfortunately. I would have liked to see a bit more on our numbers. That's the unfortunate nature of getting a lower tier special, but that is also the nature of not having a fully upgraded aspect of Pan.
In the name of Hades.
Alright, Poseidon. Ice Surf. I really don't want to prime magic right now, and Breaker Rush is not good. I have no rerolls. Is there another dash I would prefer? Ding Ding Dash is not that incredible, so I don't care if Hephaestus offers that. Zeus's would be decent for DPS, and Ares is whatever. I guess it doesn't really matter. I'll just take Breaker Rush then.
Surging on.
It'll lock out the slot so we don't have to worry about someone else offering it. I think out of all of them, Zeus's probably offers the most damage, but I'm not going to be relying on it for DPS, even with Double Strike, I guess. A minor optimization that I'm realizing with Aspect of Pan that you can use if you can aim it wisely is if you drop your cast and then bail out behind other enemies, you can launch your special. It'll focus the enemy that's in the cast ring, but then you can have all the enemies that are in the path between get hit on the way there. Between Selene and HP, I think HP is objectively more important here. We proved that we are severely lacking in overall survivability on this run, and we could very much stand to gain some more. The one downside to the Aspect of Pan is it does not handle close-knit areas and walls too well. Like, obviously, if there's a wall in between you and your projectile, it's going to get blocked. That makes sense. But you can really feel that detriment sometimes. I'm now realizing that Breaker Sprint might have objectively been a bad decision because it's knocking enemies out of my cast. Oh well, hopefully we get offered a trade. I can't sell the boon, so we're stuck with it, or we get a sacrifice trade offer. Probably neither. Or probably not going to happen, but we can hope. We really... Oh, hey, C-Star. Excellent. Okay, that's 50 HP. That's really good for us. I forgot that I was depending on C-Star here. All right, here is our shop. I think this is the end shop because we've been at this for a while. Mystery Boom and a Palm. I can afford both, and I'm going to take both. Really Poseidon. Okay, so we don't get the Palm on the special. Unfortunate. I guess between the two, we'll take the damage up on Molten Touch. 20% more damage to armor is not bad for us, I suppose. All right, Heffy, give us something decent, please. Smithy Rush. I don't want to Prime Magic right now, so I guess I will take Smithy Rush. I definitely don't want Tough Game. That's just, it's not good. It blocks 1 damage, woohoo, and then it regenerates 150 magic, which is great. But when you have a boss that does 45 damage in a hit, do you really want to depend on this for your magic regain? You do not. So Trusty Shield is a starting armor of 10 per room. That will actually give us a lot of survivability. I think I do take that, actually. I think this is objectively more important than Smithy Rush and getting rid of the Poseidon Dash.
Now, distant shores upon which proudly rests the Mountain of the Gods have suddenly grown near, and the Black Flagship is prepared to send the princess there.
The coast is dead ahead.
Objectively speaking, let's see, it takes 23 magic to use this, so we can get off 3 of these before running out of magic right now. So I still think I think it's, even with locking out that magic or priming that magic, I still think it's worth it, honestly. Like, examining it a little bit more closely, because this gives us so much survivability.
Thought that was you.
And we need that.
Whoa, Trouble, you're huge! Like you and Nemi had a child, which, come to think of it, is just about the worst thing I've ever imagined. And I've imagined a lot.
And now because of that comment, I have to think of all the characters comboed together, who would have the most abominable child? And I feel like no matter what, it's going to be Typhon mixed with someone else. But if we lock out the objective monstrosity and just focus on the friendable friends, I think Skelly for us. I want to say Skelly with Dionysus. I'd be curious to see what that was. I just picture Skelly with phenomenal hair.
Then imagine what I'm about to do to you in this form, courtesy of Circe the Enchantress. Had you not been so delinquent, you could have learned from her yourself.
Learn to become a freak, you mean? That's the difference between you and me. You need somebody to teach you everything, while I've got pure instinct.
Skelly and Nemesis, final answer. Imagine if we told Eris that, what would she think? She'd probably laugh and then she'd tell Nemesis about it too. Oh gosh, well there goes our armor. Oh my goodness. Okay, so trying to DPS her as fast as possible, but I'm at risk of getting hit, so I need to be a little bit more careful. Shoot, I definitely wasted some magic there because she got her phase done. I probably wait out her DPS buff so that I don't take extra damage. Where are you going, Eris? Where are you? There you are. Okay, I think her buff clears when she flies away, actually. It's good to know. Oh, no, whoa, I almost took that. She took an explosive barrel, but I almost did too. Okay, I'm not fast enough to dodge this. I do hear the sound of her ramping up before the shot. If I pay attention to that, I might be able to avoid it like I just did more consistently. What I just did was definitely a bit dicier than it should have been. But basically the strategy to Eris is just always stay behind her, and she'll miss. Hope she isn't offended by me just like digging things up while she's fighting us. This is scary. Oh, hello. I think this is a good chance to get a hit. Of course, I waited till the cast ran out. That was my fault. I don't think I was behind her, but I somehow managed to get behind her just in time to evade that hit. Right. I think with this, we just finish her off with what magic we have. Of course, it's just circling around her. The good news is that she immediately moved out of the range of it, so she got hit anyway. Like, here's the thing, like, I'm complaining about Ares. Look at his cast. His cast does 120 damage, and that's it. It has no additional effects. It just does that 120 damage. Oh my goodness. Oh gosh, did not need to take all that, but we're still fine. We're still very fine because she is gone. She's gone. Unfortunate. And we should heal back a fair bit of HP from this fountain, so I'm not too worried about what just happened there. Okay. This might be the time to take Aromatic File, but I have too many common boons. I don't think it's worth... Like, it could hit any of these common boons. We have not had good boon RNG on this run at all. It's definitely going to feel really rough on the next 2 floors especially. I think our DPS is going to fall off really hard unless we get... Honestly, at bare minimum, Poseidon's Curse would really help this run. Hopefully we get a good hammer. All right, let's think about Keepsake here. I don't think I forced Hephaestus at this point. We really want Poseidon or Zeus to show up, if anything. Goodness me. I might honestly still take Aromatic File just to, like, pray to the gods that we hit the boon we want. It won't hit the boon that we want, but... I don't really have a lot of better options, frankly. An extra 50 HP means nothing right now. An extra 50 max magic actually wouldn't be terrible for us since we still lack a magic regain build. Boon. I'm gonna roll for it. We're rolling for it. Aromatic File hits. Breaker Rush. You're gotta be kidding me. Well, the odds were so terrible. I don't know what I expected, but I was really hopeful it would be at least something partially useful, like Trusty Shield or something, you know? But no, we got Poseidon's Dash leveled up, an extra 20 damage on the boon that we're gonna objectively we want to replace as soon as possible. Really unfortunate. I guess if we do get the trade offered, it'll be decent. Max HP over max magic here for sure.
Sky Drakens.
Conveniently, they were all just lined up on top of each other like that. Okay, you're scary. Oh gosh. Oh, there goes. Wow, really? 30 damage in a matter of seconds, and while the armor blocked 10 of it, it didn't block the rest. This is... Oh, you know what? Medea Curse does help. Actually, you know what? Between the Medea Curse and the Hephaestus Shield, that's actually pretty incredible for us for survivability, all things considered. 29 HP, Sea Star, of course, did not activate, and we've got a fish. We're decent on coins, so I'm going to go for the Palm and hope that we get it on the special. But unlike the last run, where all we got were boons on the special, or things benefiting Palm level on the special, somehow I get the feeling that is not going to be the case here.
Here we go.
Well, there are still decent boons we could hit as an alternative, but I am definitely getting tilted by our RNG on this run, to say the least, Kiwi. Like, I cannot kill these enemies quickly at all. We really need... I feel like Trick Knives would be the thing that saves this run at this point, and we are unlikely to see it. And even if we do, I'm not convinced it's going to be enough, frankly. We're in a bit of a pickle, but we do have some modicum of relative sustained survivability. And to no one's surprise, we did not get the special here. That said, an extra blitz and some extra blitz damage is not bad, so I guess I'll take that, because these other 2 boons are objectively terrible for this build. There's our hammer. We have to take it. We have to pray that we get something useful. I'm very sad that I can't take that HP, but I'm not gonna prioritize that over prioritize some. Like, I think we need the hammer because that could really save the run. I still need a magic regain boon now that I think about it. Hopefully that shows up in a god soon, please. Breaker Sprint actually has really bad anti-synergy for everything in this build, because if I get Trick Knives, it will push them away from the knives too. So yeah, I should not have taken this dash. It was a mistake. I should have just said, Zeus's dash sounds decent, let's take it. All right, Trick Knives, please. Nope. Of course not. You channel your Omega special 40% faster is decent. Your attacks have 20 power, your attacks are 35% faster. Stun Flurry it is. Our Omega special charges faster. Mini boss here for Ares. He's gonna give us his magic gain. What am I gonna gain from that? Nothing of value. Magic, coin? I might be able to afford something from the shop, like HP or armor, which a single bit of armor is more valuable than an Ares boon to me right now, unfortunately. I have to play super safe, and I'm not convinced it's gonna work. Man, boon RNG is brutal on this run, not gonna lie. Also, I guess this is definitely a mistake of my own design, is that I really should be paying a bit more attention to the Arcana. Like, I have an Arcana that I'm running every run with. That doesn't mean it's the correct Arcana to run with. Oh gosh. Would really benefit from a projectile-based cast, which Zeus offers one. That would probably be the best boon we can stand to gain from Zeus, aside from your Omega attacks trigger. Oh wait, you know what? It's only Omega attacks, I believe. Because Zeus does offer, I believe, I don't know if it's exclusively Omega attacks or something else, but Zeus does offer a boon that makes it so Omega something does immediately trigger Blitz, but I think it's only Omega attacks, so it won't work with this build. There are a lot of enemy waves here, and they're the sort that deal damage if you run into them. So, oh gosh. Oh, hey Athena, nice of you to finally show up. So Athena instantly nukes everyone on the map, so I'll stay safe and let her kill everything off.
Athena.
Okay, so we learned that her Impervious boon is kind of not great for us. Maybe at higher rarities it's decent, but last run it was very disappointing for us. It would probably make more sense for a melee focused build, but for a ranged build where I'm playing like playing dumb, or just my base instincts for playing safe, I get hit, I run away, it does not work well for my playstyle. So we hopefully get something better. Also, we definitely give her a gift.
Lady Athena, while we have a moment, I wish to offer you this nectar as a token of my gratitude. If I'd only known that we would meet here, perhaps I'd have arrived even sooner.
Also, I appreciate the fact that even though we are 15% larger, we are still smaller than Athena. She's a big lady.
Nonsense, for I'm certain that you made your journey here as quickly as you could. Well, I of course accept your offering, though she'll be saving it for when our victory's achieved. This, however, you may be able to use sooner.
All right, let's see. What do we get?
You honor me with such a gift, goddess.
The Gorgon Amulet. All right,
You've
please.
seen what plagues us at the summit, haven't you? The source of all the tremors. Almost as though the mountain itself quakes with fear. We need a plan.
The plan is to find Typhon and hit him really, really, really hard in the face, and sometimes the tongue.
The gods have stood against Typhon before. Wasn't it a well-placed thunderbolt from Zeus that did him in?
All the more reason to need Aspect of Xerxes, or to get any more Zeus boons on this build.
Tales of valor and deeds of valor are not always one and the same. Then let us lure this Typhon toward the summit, where our strength combined with yours is the best opportunity we have. And please, take care, cousin.
All right, phalanx shot. So we can't take Stalwart Stand. As fun as would be, gain 1 Death Defiance that replenishes in each location, but prime 150 magic. Priming 150 magic just makes it so we can't use our Omega special. Divine Dash is amazing. Makes our dash deflect and gives us iframes. Just like in Hades 1, it is objectively broken. But Phalanx Shot might actually be the best option for us. Launch a projectile that deflects every 2 seconds. The projectile doesn't do too much damage, but it does offer us a bit of defense when we're charging up our Omega special, so I think that's what I'm going to go for this build. There's Ares, there's Zeus. We objectively take a mini-boss Zeus here. It's risky. The damage we take may not be worth it. The worm is terrifying.
Of that size, and serving Kronos too.
But we do a reasonable amount of damage to it. And I can deflect its projectiles if I aim correctly. Oh gosh, there goes our armor. Okay, yeah, this thing hurts, so I need to be careful. Here's a good hit, and we're out of magic. Cool. All right, you know what? I think we just play it safe and spam special now. If I can get Blitz off, I'll do it. Anything with armor is just so scary, and like, keep in mind, we do, I forget if it's 40 or 60% more damage to armored enemies, but we have that Hephaestus boon that makes us do more damage to armor, and we are barely even tagging this thing. If I time my special correctly, oh gosh, that was another instance of I used my cast but still took the hit, unfortunately. I definitely think we are at risk of just dying to Prometheus. I think I need to prioritize getting a magic regain boon, because without that, I'm really in a bad spot. All right, we're fine now because we can just melt this down. We can hit stun it to death. But look at this. Look how tanky this is. We have no damage. Prometheus is going to be an objective nightmare here. Oh, this is a rough run, Kiwi.
Olympus is no place for such monstrosities.
A lofty mountain is not easily besieged, so the crafty Titan of Time sought winged beasts susceptible to his persuasions and capable of wreaking havoc from the skies.
Looks like they've made themselves at home.
I'm really not feeling like this run is going to go well for us with how it's gone so far. We've had awful RNG. Zeus, please give us something. Would have loved to see his projectile-based cast, but ugh, gosh, if I only had that much luck on this run. We'll take Ionic Gain. We need the magic regen. Static Shock is tempting, but priming that much magic is not a good idea here, so Ionic Gain it is. Now we'll at least be able to spam our special a bit more. We really need some HP here. Of course we don't get it. Oh, you know, it's the mid shop. Amazing. Okay, that's actually good for us. We have a max magic room next door, so I don't think I'm going to take the max magic here, especially because we got Ionic Gain. I will take the armor, though.
What's going on?
Oh, Heffy, you could help us a lot, too, with defense. All right, let's see. This is a tough decision. 5% more damage for each Earth Boon, or 20% more HP, or 20% HP for max magic. I think the damage is more valuable here because we have no damage and we need to kill things faster. I'm tempted by that max magic boon. We have enough money if I buy that to still be able to afford a boon and a palm or a boon and something else. I think I'm going to take it. I'm going to take both of these. The armor is definitely valuable. It's probably ill-advisable. Selene could give us Moonwater, but we're not going to see much in the way of Path of Stars for the rest of the run. I don't think it's worth playing around that. I guess even base level Moonwater is still too good to pass up. For context, Kiwi, Moonwater is Selene's boon that gives you a heal. It's when you're hurting for options, it's a pretty solid option, all things considered. I need to remember that I have magic regain now, so I try and melt things down as much as possible. There are so many armored enemies here. Oh my gosh. That was all of our armor. This is so dicey. I'm gonna try and take this guy out while I can. I knew they weren't in my cast circle, but I also knew that I was like point blank, so I was fine with that. Really? I had my cast up. Why am I not getting iframes through the cast? I guess I need to look that up because something is being very inconsistent for me. Like at one point it was consistently blocking damage and now it's not, and I don't understand why.
Right.
Well, there goes our Death Defiance before we even see Prometheus, so we're in a really bad spot. Poseidon is damage, HP is survivability. I think I need the HP because one hit from Prometheus kind of kills us here, but I think honestly the run's kind of over. We'll be lucky to see this run make it through Prometheus. Unfortunately, it's just going really poorly. Like, I think this is the objective downside to having cleared the underworld portion of the story so quickly, is the overworld is just so much harder, and we don't have any of the meta progression that most people would have, or that I think you're kind of expected to have at this point to access the overworld and clear it more consistently. It's rough. Like, objectively speaking, we should have some more testaments on weapons and that sort of thing. There are so many enemies. These waves are going on forever. I need to stay here and protect myself from all the scary things. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. I don't want to be here, Kiwi. Oh, you're so close to dead. Okay, good. They have friendly fire on. I forgot about that. So there is that at least for us. Like, I do think we have some damage. We just don't have enough. Please, Sea-Star. Please, Sea-Star. Take pity on me, Sea-Star. Please. Infernal Trove for 100 coin. I think I need to risk it. I need to be able to afford as much as I can from that shop. Granted, taking damage here is going to be a huge detriment to the run.
Confiscating stolen property.
But we need whatever we can get. We really need whatever we can get. Oh no. Oh, thank God the deflect went off there. Didn't go there, unfortunately, and we don't have armor here, so that's already a big hit. That's 2 big hits that we really could have afforded to not take. All right, one more thing. Please just die as quick as possible. There we go. Okay, 71 coin. Hopefully at the very least we make up for this in HP that we can buy in the shop. All right, let's see what we get. This is so dicey. I'm not convinced that we're making it through here.
Huh.
All right, a Palm and Hephaestus. Hephaestus' survivability. We'll definitely take that this one. Palm first, I think. On the special is good. Sea-Star for the increased chance of HP. I don't think it's worth it. We'll take Wave Flourish here for the extra 5 damage. All right, Heffy is next.
In the name of Hades.
Security system, uncanny fortitude, heavy metal. 50 armor will not last us long. I think I take the HP because it means if I make it through this fight, I heal more from the fountain after the fact. So we'll take uncanny fortitude here. Oh, and it upgrades martial attitude, so we're doing a little bit of extra damage. We're up to 212 max HP. We gain 39 from that boon. So unfortunately, at 148 HP, we are still within one-shot range from an unlucky situation in Prometheus's fire attack. So this is so sketchy, Kiwi.
Typhon climbs the dark side of the mountain even now. Impressive that you cast him down before, but he shall not rest till the palace of Zeus lies in ruin.
He'll be destroyed, you along with him if that's what it takes. If he were truly unstoppable, you wouldn't be impeding my ascent. You're buying him time.
Okay, so thinking about it objectively, if I can beat Prometheus, amazing. I'll feel really good about myself, but I am okay if I lose here. I got my Testament. I got the meta progression items that I'm aiming for like unlocking weapons and unlocking incantations, so it's not the end of the world. It's just kind of sad.
It's strange to think that time can be a limited commodity even for deathless such as we. But no more stalling for now.
Okay, so for now, I focus on evading the birdie because the birdie is big scary. Toss out a big special. Remember the part where I said I focus on dodging the birdie instead of attacking? Well, I didn't listen to that advice at all, did I? Man, we actually do next to no damage against him, do we? Like, the issue is we don't have a reliable way of getting origination on him because Blitz gets popped in an instant. I'm just gonna let him come to me. It is a... Oh gosh, I did not need to take that hit. For what it's worth, I will say that the pan special just targeting him does look really pretty. I'm gonna try and get this. Ooh. Honestly, even if I just spam Omega Special and it's not going to hit him, it's fine. I just need to make sure I do whatever damage I can. We seem to be critting for reasons that I'm not 100% sure of why. Toss out the cheeky Omega attack for no good reason whatsoever. All right, here we go. Phase 1. Or pattern 1. 2, 2, 1. 2, 2, 1. Okay, good. It's really the next one that we have to worry about, as we proved in the last run. It kind of cost us the run. Obviously, there was more to it than that, but... Oh gosh, what are you doing? Get out of my face. Okay, his bird is here, so I focus on dodging bird. Kill his friends if I can. Or focus on not getting hit by them. Of course, I immediately get hit by them. Unfortunate. Oh, you know what it is? That big angry damage splat that we've been doing is from our Ares risky business boon or whatever. It's not called risky business. I don't actually remember what it's called. Darn it, I did not need to take that hit. Oh gosh, ooh, just barely got out of that one. We have at least some damage. We just objectively do not have enough damage. Need magic. So sketchy, Kiwi. I am really zoned off and I don't want to be here. He really likes to just dash in and out of place. It's hard to predict where he's going and what he's doing. Take this, put that down, get the extra damage here, run out. You know, I want to be able to see what he's doing. I think really what it is I just need to make sure that I use my special early. If I use it too late, we don't get its benefit. Or not special cast, rather. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2. 3, 2, 3, 1, come on. Oh, 2, right? Oh gosh. Yeah, okay, we're good. Oh, okay, we made it through the scariest part. We might actually be able to make this. I'm not placing any bets here yet. Bird is on the field, so let's get out of the way of the bird. Focus on just dodging bird. Bird is scary. Scary bird. I don't like feathers. Feathers are scary, I guess. I can't see what he's doing, so I'm gonna bail out and just kind of dash back and forth. He's gonna use his big, okay, never mind. I'm lucky I didn't run into that. Okay, good. Drop a cast, toss out the pan special. Come on. I don't even care about tagging him with the attack right now. Okay, maybe I do a little bit. Because Blitz does do some damage here. Oh, he's got friends. Let's get rid of friends. Okay. The nice thing about his friends is they only attack once before leaving. Bird not included in this statement. All right, he's in the cast. Unfortunately, he went out of the cast just in time to avoid that. Every little bit of damage matters. It's more damage closer, putting him closer to death. Just focus on dodging. We've almost got him. Oh gosh, what's that? Okay, it's just, that was cute and completely irrelevant. Oh gosh. Oh, come on. We've almost got him, and 3 and 2 and 1? Not the thing I expected to kill him. That only does 15 damage.
But all my wounds shall heal. They always do.
Oh my goodness, we beat him, but we're not making it through Typhon like this, Kiwi. We can't possibly make it through Typhon like this.
Expected this.
At this point, either max magic or max HP would be great. If C-Star would be willing to activate, like,
Eagle's feather.
my C-Star RNG has been awful the last 2 times I've run it. Like, the first time I had C-Star, it won us the run, objectively speaking. And ever since then, it's like I used up all of my RNG for C-Star in that one run and never again. I can't complain. It did give us an early...
Beyond the fires on the heights of Mount Olympus lies the solitary pathway to the summit, on which stands a fortress stronger than the mightiest of gods and titans both.
It did give us
And past that, the Palace of Zeus.
a 50 HP up in one room on this ship, so it's not like objectively done nothing for us, but it feels that way. I wonder, what do I take here? Like Lucky or Tooth, or honestly maybe Engraved Pin. This lets us revive multiple times. Lucky Tooth only lets us revive once, but it heals us for 100 rather than a I will get one shot by Typhon amount of HP. I still think I take Engraved Pin here, honestly. I want to just see Typhon, and this gives us the best chance of getting to Typhon, because when we become doomed, we get like a 10-second, we get a 10-second countdown where we're impervious. If we kill enemies within those 10 seconds, we still have a fighting chance. We get healed 30 HP. Strength isn't active, that's fine. It'll become active. Ooh, that does actually limit the benefit of strength pretty heavily, and I didn't think about how much damage strength was actually giving us on the run. So that's a little... That may have been a misplay, honestly, because we really need more damage. Lucky Tooth at least gives us 100 HP to fight with. This gives us 30. But, I don't know. At least we'll level it up a little bit. I can't complain about that. Again, meta progression so that we have an easier time in the future. Oh my, okay, we instantly lost our armor, and I got stunned, wow. So there you kind of saw that I turned my projectile away to try and hit the enemies that were over there at the same time. But yeah, like, look at how little damage we do here. We didn't even kill these things. What is this shield you've got there, bud? Oh gosh, Kiwi. The fight against Typhon is going to be so dicey. Oh gosh. Oh no. Really appreciating the ability to reflect projectiles right now, but I would also appreciate the effect of killing enemies faster. I thought our last run didn't have damage. In fact, I argued that we did have damage, but like...
All right.
Oh boy. This is so rough. Focus on killing what I can from a safe distance. Okay, that was a free room. That was good. Okay, free multiple palms or Ares. Palms on the special would be our best chance of success here. Ares, I don't actually know what Ares offers, but it's not going to be worth taking, I think. Although Ares almost exclusively offers Earth Boons, which would be a 5% damage up from Martial Prowess from the Infusion Boon. I could make an argument for that. There's no guarantee we're going to hit the special. I think I'll take the boon that Ares offers, even if it doesn't... Oh god, these guys again. Even if it doesn't actually like offer us a lot in terms of anything else, it may offer us just enough DPS to matter. Just try and get as many Omega specials off as possible, then pick up my magic regen when I'm in a spot to do so that's safe. Ah, shoot. I saw that projectile moving in slow motion at me. Oh my goodness, no. These are not hits I should be taking right now. I'm just trying to kill the friends that these guys spawn because they're really annoying and they just seem to endlessly respawn, so maybe I do just focus on beaming down the enemy, the main targets here. It's just the lasers really zone us off of things we want to access. I should not have been forcing myself to take that magic regen. No! Oh gosh. So spooky. Honestly, with the amount of magic we're using now, maybe it would have been good to have taken the Selene boon after all. I didn't think it would have mattered. I'm now recognizing that it probably did. Oh gosh. I got overwhelmed. There were too many things coming at me and I didn't see what. I'm really weak to mobile enemies, which does not help because these guys are so darn mobile. They go underground. Oh, I'm lucky that didn't hit me. I think the Ionic Gain actually, like the hitbox blocked him from hitting us there. All right, this should finish him, I think. Really, it didn't. What I would give for a reliable source of origination would up our damage so much. Like a whole, well, 50%, I think, right? But there we go. Okay, we finished the first boss fight of this. There's at least one more to go, though. Let's go ahead and gift you so we can at least get... Did I already get your keepsake? I forget. Whatever. Get one extra, why not?
I know mortal warriors often would make offerings to you before their battles to the death. I likewise wish to pay you my respects. No mercy for our foes.
Actually, I guess we wouldn't be able to do this if I had already given him a gift this run. You can only do one per run.
I shall not take such honors without giving in return, especially from one who understands my work. A living weapon such as you ought to have this.
All right, what do we get?
This I accept from you, my lord.
The sword hilt. Alrighty.
Our Uncle Poseidon here tends to
hello.
counsel more than any of our kin, perhaps believing volume of advice is tied to quality. What ought to be our current course, Uncle?
I don't actually know what their duo does, so I'm very curious to see what we get here and if it's even worth taking.
Our current course ought to be straight toward our foes, where we can smash them like a tempest does a ship. But I feel all fired up and fit for battle. Come to think of it, I always get this way when my good nephew Ares is around.
Hopefully it's good. I could really use something. Rallying Cry. While you have at least 8 Earth Boons, any of your damaging effects from Olympians are 50% stronger. That sounds really good, except we need 4 more Earth Boons, and that's not happening. Arterial Spray. Your splash effects from Poseidon may hit 2 times and take the color of the river Styx. Double splash chance 25%. Okay, you have my attention there. That's actually pretty great for us. A 25% chance of hitting twice with Poseidon. I mean, we're building our damage around that, so yeah, I'll take that. That's damage up. Visceral Impact as an alternative. After you take damage or a foe is slain, spill Plasma, which grants 1% move and strike speed in this location when touched or soon expires. That would scale well with Ares Magic Gain. I guess maybe that's what makes up for it, is like early game, Ares Magic Gain is terrible. Late game, you get boons that make you get more Plasma, so you are more reliably able to regenerate magic, but still... Arterial Spray is the way to go here for sure. Like, unquestionably so. Alright, up we go. This will hopefully have us melting enemies faster, but looking at our current HP, I'm not feeling a sense of promise or hope. At least we have some amount of armor, which will protect us from 1 hit per room before we actually take real damage. That only helps us if I don't get hit more than once, which is unlikely. Thankfully, I knew I could abuse my cast circle this guy. So enemies that aren't armored really do suffer from the slowdown, if not binding effect of your cast. So, all right, let's see. Another Ares boon or a double palm. Honestly, I think more Ares might be the call again. Anything to stack up martial prowess for damage. Okay. This is our vengeance stance. We're gonna get our vengeance on the Eye of Typhon here, hopefully. And this time, I'm going to continue to play ranged, instead of walking up and taking unnecessary damage, if I can avoid it. Alright, that's one I popped. Oh, it does a big AoE. Good to know. Like I've said before, I'm 51 runs in on my original playthrough. That does not mean I have a lot of experience in the overworld. I definitely did more underworld runs, both between early access and anywhere else in between. And it shows in terms of my overall perf. Holy Schmidt! That was 70 damage in 1 hit. Kiwi, stop laughing. Okay, we still have engraved pin. We killed the eye. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's not good. There are so many AoEs I have to dodge here. Kiwi's just laughing at me because I said holy Schmidt, which is not something I've ever said before, honestly, I'm pretty sure. But I try to keep it not necessarily PG given the context of games I'm playing, but at least slightly avoiding cursing on this channel for no reason other than a self-imposed rule that I have no explanation for, other than I just felt like it's what I want to do. Kiwi and I are not big cursors. We mostly just save them for like the 1-a-year curse where no one expects it. It catches someone off guard and it's funny because of it. It also is just funny as an excuse to like censor myself with the sound effect of Bidoof, which has been a running gag for this channel's pretty much existence, at least since I did my Diamond and Pearl playthrough. Come on. Oh no. No. Kiwi, you're gonna enjoy this part of the recording above anything else if you're awake for it. The sounds coming out of my face, you must be enjoying them deeply. Oh gosh. On the bright side, actually, Breaker Rush is one-shotting these enemies that are spawning. Okay, well, we got Vengeance against the Eye of Typhon. I am one hit from death in basically any situation, and there is no way the Morose Pin is going to keep us alive. I should have taken Lucky Tooth after all. All right, your Omega moves also cause a falling blade to appear over each foe struck, but use 5 extra magic. Rallying Cry still can't use Blood Spree while you have less than 40 HP. Is that 40%? No, it's just 40 HP. Your attacks and specials restore 3 HP per hit. A shame that a single hit from Typhon does 45, then. But honestly, this is objectively more DPS. But this, I suspect, is not going to do anything for us, but I'm going to take it and see what happens. Blood Spree it is. Maybe I can heal myself here. Oh, you know what? We don't even get a trash mob room. I don't get to heal off of anything. We're going into Typhon with 17 HP.
The enemies of all-seeing Typhon cannot possibly escape his rancor, for his eyes are everywhere upon him, red with rage, and searching endlessly, piercing the very soul.
I'm gonna get so overwhelmed by his projectiles. I think I'm gonna get hit too fast and just immediately pop. And as soon as the Morose Pin goes off, we're gonna like struggle to DPS. I only have 250 gold. I can't buy much here either. Ugh, bad. Okay. That Zeus Spoon could be a game changer because it could give us his cast projectile that makes me not have to go under Typhon to use my cast. The odds of us getting that are very low. Well, maybe not that low, but I think objectively speaking, we take Death Defiance and HP, and pray to the gods we get something out of this run. Actually, I can only take one or the other, I'm now realizing. Death Defiance would heal us. I'm not actually sure how much we heal off of the Death Defiance here. This would heal us 144 HP. That probably is more than the Death Defiance. I don't know. Okay, Kiwi, my brain is too stressed to do math. Let's see, 150 plus 90 would be 240. I could take the Zeus Spoon and the HP. Maybe I do that. I think I'm gonna do that.
So, what did you think of Pop's Palace? Finally got to see the glory with your own eyes. A serious accomplishment, given you're not supposed to be up here at all.
The Palace of Zeus wasn't like any place I'd ever seen. It's very beautiful, but very bright. I don't know how you all could live up there, but you must feel the same about where I'm from.
Well, I, for one, quite like it, Dark, but I've spent more time in the underworld than everybody else up here combined. As for the palace, at least it's kept us safe in all of this.
Let's keep it that way.
All right, so final answer, we buy the HP, and we buy the Zeus Spoon.
Olympus.
Please, please. Oh, let me look at the other two first. Arc Flash, your Omega. Okay, this is correct. Your damage from your Omega moves immediately activate Blitz effects and make them stronger. So this would be cool if we had Zeus's special. It does not do enough for me for Typhon here. The only situation where this would have been amazing is if I had gotten Trick Knives, but we don't have that, so never mind. Power Surge. Whenever you use magic, gain a random foe, takes 40 damage. Woohoo. Not interested. Lightning Lance. Hold cast to aim where the binding circle appears. Foes within are struck by lightning. Now I don't have to go point blank on Typhon to drop my cast and have the pan effect. This is what we could only hope. We could have only hoped for this. Okay. All right. I need to play super safe. I need to avoid taking damage as much as possible, but there's a chance. This is the worst possible situation where I feel hope. And I do not deserve to feel hope here.
Typhon!
Melanui! That's not my name, silly goose. Oh gosh, okay, so this is a big AoE that does more AoE, good to know. He blows, oh my goodness, Lightning Lance shoots so deep into him. Oh, really, that hit us. Okay, so there goes our armor. Now we take like 40 damage a hit if he touches us. Need the magic here. Okay, these are all big AoEs. Oh gosh, that's a big AoE too, oh gosh. 40 damage in one hit. Okay, dodge this. Or don't. 70 damage in one hit. Disgusting. Disgusting. He's very happy on spamming this. I need to bail out because I'm going to be too close to it. I'm going to get hit by a Shin Slam if I'm not careful. Alright, these are big AoEs. I just need to dodge that. Oh, no. Well, I think I can still benefit from the invulnerability of tossing out my cast. Perhaps. I'm gonna get absolutely overwhelmed by all of his AoEs in the next phase. Just keep my cast on him, use it defensively. I don't even know if I can dodge the AoE on that reliably. All right. Oh gosh, I need magic. Oh no, 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 no. Oh my goodness, how did I? I'm just gonna have to let these spawn. Oh my goodness. Oh no, these things are scary. My cast is off in the horizon. I don't even know where my cast is. Okay, there it is. Please, please just melt these as soon as possible. Okay, that's 1, that's 2, that's 3. Oh gosh, whoa, whoa. Oh no, and now we have to deal with projectiles. No. Oh, well, that's game over. There's no way we win this. Strength card is active. I don't take damage here. I need magic. Oh, the run is over, Kiwi. There is no hope here. There's no way I out DPS him here. Womp, womp. Gosh, I took so many unnecessary hits. I don't know the timing on him very well yet at all. And
Olympus, no.
I honestly wonder if I would have performed better with my cast still not a projectile, because I would be using it more consistently. Oh, that got overwhelming so quickly. Hey, we got to Typhon. Can't complain too much. He's a rough boss though, man.
Typhon's going to tear that mountain to the ground unless...
I need to take less damage in the 2 floors leading up to him, because I'm just taking so much on the way there.
You don't remember them, besides this painting and your dreams. But still, you fight for them.
Honestly, you know what we do is we go buy some Moondust and we upgrade. We're gonna upgrade our Death Defiances so we have an extra Death Defiance. That should help us a lot.
I try not to listen to what the shades out there are warbling about, but they make it sound like lately you've been through some pretty hairy times.
Does Typhon have hair?
It's hard to know exactly what they're referring to, but I've managed to reach Mount Olympus for one thing. Never thought I'd see it. The fighting there is very fierce.
Olympus, where the other members of your family have all been hanging out. What are they fighting over now?
Their reign over the heavens and the earth, and the continued existence of their home.
It sounds like a pretty busy fight. Dora will probably prefer just hanging out in the tent.
Oh, that's nothing new.
Never mind, she understands the ordeals of the living.
My greetings.
Right. A friend of ours is reaching out to say hello while I'm recording, and they just realized, oh wait, you're recording, aren't you? I'm like, yep.
Lord Moros, you said before you think Kronos is going to influence the weavings of the fates. You mean he's going to try to change the future? Force a favorable outcome?
Yes. I think he's already trying to do just that. Unfortunately for him, the 3 fates can be a bit headstrong. I trust they may be quite resistant as captives.
The question is, are they actually captives, or are they just kind of missing?
I can't imagine Kronos tolerating insolence, whether from your sisters or anybody else. How he must hate them. When he was overthrown before, that was the outcome of a fated prophecy.
Indeed. As for now, I sense there are no weavings happening at all. No new futures foretold. Kronos believes he has no prophecy to fear. Yet I believe this is an opportunity for you to make a better future for us all.
I appreciate your vote of confidence, Moros. Your keepsake severely underperformed, though. Oh, that's not fair to you. I severely underperformed, but still. Oh well.
Been meaning to try this.
All right, we've got a lot of stuff we can actually get. Oh my goodness, everything. All right, so what do we want here? Eyes of Night and Darkness. Those are fun, but not yet. Summoning of a colony of bat, for sure we want. Make use of all seeing bats in their cages around the city of Ephyra to better orient yourself there. These bats were not freed from their cages so much as forced to flee from their homes. That's unfortunate.
Return, all-seeing bats, and hear the city of the dead.
'Tis done.
I think for now I focus on just making the overworld easier before I start unlocking more weapons, which objectively would make the overworld easier too, but I mean, reveal a hidden island in the Rift of Thessaly where you may restore some HP amid the tumult. Like, we need those for the upper 2 floors. That'll help us so much with survivability. Once an enchanted glade, this bit of land survived when the surrounding countryside split in twain.
Askion Kataski.
And we kind of have to unlock them sequentially, so we get this one, and then eventually we'll be offered the one for the next floor up, and then the next floor up. Actually, I don't know if they show up on the gates of Olympus, but I think they do. I forget. Unfortunately, that means we cannot get the Greater Favor of Gaia anymore Empowering the silver pool is actually pretty solid because it will give you infusion boons for collecting items with those tools, but we'll get it soon enough, I'm sure. Anything else we want here? Eyes of Night and Darkness. I guess I'll take that now. Causes locations to sometimes contain a moon monument or an unseen sigil. Moon monuments are stones that grant magical rewards if you vanquish the powerful foe that haunting them. And unseen sigils are monoliths that reward those who vanquish their foes without taking a scratch. So basically, either beat a mini-boss or, quote-unquote, a mini-boss, not a true mini-boss, or don't get hit. Basically, the equivalent of Erebus Gates in Hades 1, but honestly, I think balanced a bit better for the way this game plays. So we'll go ahead and unlock that as well.
Hear me, Selene, if you so desire. Aid me in finding that which I require. So mote it be.
Okay. And then finally, I think we can get one more. Favorite of all keepsakes doesn't matter that much. Prioritize a keepsake to re-equip it automatically when you return to the crossroads. To draw the power from an artifact, it can be necessary to focus on it until that process becomes second nature. But completionism and all that nonsense, you know? The sweet smell of Toppy using the bathroom as I'm recording, wafting ever so gracefully into my sitting space. I'm gonna turn on the air purifier as soon as this is over, Kiwi. It smells so bad.
One further secret of the Oath of the Unseen I shall reveal now.
Oh.
When you feel suitably prepared, consider this. Then perhaps we shall clash under a new set of circumstances.
I feel like I really should not be playing with the Vow of Rivals right now when I can barely beat the overworld, but sure, why not, Hecate? Let's throw the extra icing on the fiery cake.
The secret to the Vow of Rivals.
Actually, I guess we have to unlock it first, right? Oh gosh, Kiwi, it smells so bad. Nope, we just have it. Okay, we just have it. I should not use it, but okay.
'Tis a wonder that your mountain relatives are still able to be of benefit to you whilst having Typhon at their gates. Do they have any sort of strategy to stop him, do you know?
They're working together to drive him back, along with the Titan's legions. But if they have a greater plan to put an end to the assault, they've not yet let on.
The strategy is to throw I always want to call her Melinoe, but it's Melinoe. The strategy is to throw Melinoe at him as hard as possible until he dies.
Let us assume, then, that they've no such plan. However, I'm beginning to think that the father of all monsters may yet figure into ours.
Kiwi, I am suffocating.
Samples that you can from him.
I shall, headmistress.
Also, Kiwi, I need to check, because I see Toppy standing atop her tower over there. Was it in fact Chroma who did this? Because they take turns sometimes. Kiwi says she doesn't know. I'm inclined to blame Chroma, because Toppy's usually a morning goer.
We'll have to see how much Kronos still loves his gold after all this. The good thing about traitors is their loyalties can be bought.
I just appreciate that we have two different cats that refuse to cover their poop. Alright, more grasp, and then I'm gonna sit on that grasp. That will get us another, that'll definitely unlock another...
Shouldn't be too long.
Arcana. I think we're almost at the point where we have everything we need. Let's see. We did all of our incantations. Odysseus, what have you got to say?
Prometheus opposes us. Now that one hurts, goddess. Amongst us mortals, he was quite popular, beloved even. Gave us the gift of fire. Practically made us who we are.
And in so doing, he violated the will of Olympus. Supposedly, he has the gift of foresight. He ought to have anticipated the consequences of his disobedience.
What makes you think he didn't?
What makes you think he didn't?
Oh my gosh.
All the more reason we admired him. He knew the cost of what he did for us and paid it willingly, or so I choose to think. But all that's in the past. If he's thrown in with Kronos now, he's lost his way.
It's always fun when you actively predict the next line that's going to happen verbatim. It's not intentional, mind you. I've obviously seen this dialogue before. That does not mean I remember, like, the second bit of dialogue you have with, or the first bit of Odysseus dialogue you have after beating Prometheus.
He's done both.
All right, let's go ahead and collect
You're
our...
ready.
Is that garlic? And then... No, that was garlic. Okay, let's see. I don't actually know what plants I want to prioritize here. Let me check real quick.
What's possible?
Don't need anything here. More garlic. I think we're going to need a lot of garlic. We definitely need... I know for a fact we need a lot of nightshades, so Definitely garlic, cattails, cattail. Oh, we need a lot of cattails. Actually, I think we prioritize cattails because that will allow us to unlock more growing spaces. Fortunately, we only have one, so I'll try a mystery seed and see what we land on that.
You're safe here.
That reminds me of someone I know who I won't say out loud why or how, because Kiwi will be mad at me. Shit,
Nemesis on break, I guess.
Never mind. Well, at least she doesn't, in real time right now, listening to me record, know what the statement I just made is in relationship to, and hopefully, he will never.
I finally understand.
All right, let's go ahead and upgrade this and let us get another Death Defiance. I think another Death Defiance will do us some very good. I can't afford it because I don't have Moon Dust, but we can buy that. Staff run. Okay, wait, hold on. Please tell me I can do this. No, I don't have the Aspect of Circe yet. Darn. And I don't have enough limestone to do the Aspect of Momus. Aspect of Melinoe, I'm not sold on being the answer here. Ooh, we do have access to the Aspect of Moros. Okay, here is my plan, Kiwi. This is what I'm going to do. We're gonna follow the Grave Thirst this run. We'll rank up Aspect of Melinoe. And we are gonna run this run, or do this run. But if we lose 3 overworld runs in a row, I'm gonna take the Aspect of Moros, and I'm gonna show you why it is a disgustingly powerful weapon. Although I guess without being upgraded, it doesn't really do much, but still. Aspect of Eos honestly might perform better in the early game and Moros better in the late game. They're both pretty strong, so I don't know. I will take the Flame Maracas and destroy our enemy mercilessly. There's the word, mercilessly.
That well-worn storage case by now contains tokens of gratitude from many gods and more. A perpetual reminder that the Princess of the Dead shall never fight alone.
You're always with me.
All right, Skelly. Wait, let's get some good RNG from our good Shade first. We need it.
Moonlight guide you, good Shade.
Mind telling all these shades that no, the father of all monsters isn't back? Because they're so caught up with this outrageous rumor, they don't buy it when I tell them.
But he is back.
Commander, the thing is, I confronted Typhon himself just last night. While Kronos schemes from the underworld, that monstrosity attacks Olympus.
Oh, I knew all that. It's just, I was just checking to see if my disciples had the nerve to stand up for that which they truly believed. And they did. Nice going, everyone.
Play it off smooth, Skelly.
So you knew of Typhon's return?
Of course.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so we are going to take the Aspect of Melinoe, which increases our special attack damage. We're going to build around the Apollo special, assuming we get it, which we've proven time and time again may not be as reliable as we'd like it to be. And we are going to pray to the gods that we win this next run. I'm going to have to play super safe, but we'll make it work. We'll find a way to make it work. Now, as far as Arcana goes, Omega moves being faster is objectively what we need there. Let's go buy some Moon Dust and upgrade our Death Defiances. But I think I can do that off screen. Kiwi, I hope you've enjoyed watching, and if you're awake, I hope this is helping you fall asleep. If you're sleeping, I hope you're sleeping well. I love you, and I will see you in the next one, where maybe I do just ever so slightly better than I've been averaging. Or maybe the Boon RNG will just take a little bit more pity on me, because that was definitely a peg that we did not clear on this run.
Potential.
We'll see. With all that said, though, I love you. Rest well. See you in the next one.